This is something that I have found myself saying a lot lately, and I thought maybe it would give you some sort of like reassurance or make you feel less alone or just like of interest to you. So let's get into it. My name's Mare and welcome to another episode of the Mareathon. Life's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And that really goes with the theme of today's video. I have found myself saying this to a lot of people lately, and I thought, let's just sit down and talk about it in a video. I'm hoping that it's something that will make you feel like, oh good, I'm not the only one. Or like, oh interesting, like it's not over. So if you didn't know, I have started doing keynote speeches, and I did one last week, and when this video goes up I will be on my way to Whistler to do another one. And this is something that I really am passionate about getting into. It'll basically be a lot of topics that I've talked about here on my YouTube channel, things that I've learned in the last year and a half to basically like 3 years, going through everything that I've been through and sharing it with people, with businesses, with, you know, groups of like entrepreneurs or moms or whomever, book clubs, I don't know. So if you're ever interested, my email is below if you would like to talk to me about bringing me in to do a keynote. But I have been now telling people this, like, hey, I'm like going to Whistler, or just did this or that, or like whatever. And then I am like about a week out from booking one in Victoria next year, which I'm really excited about. But people keep saying to me like, oh, did you ever expect to be doing this? Like, oh, that's so cool. I'm like, no, I did not expect that. I thought I was gonna be a TV news anchor. And through the course of going to school, I realized that maybe that wasn't the best for me. And then I basically just took the first job in radio that came up, and here we are. Basically, the course of my professional career and my personal life, TBH, I never thought I would end up here. I never thought it would be this way. And that's what I want to talk about today, is like, you can have whatever grandiose plans for your life, but like there's a good chance it's not going to end up that way. And it could be greater beyond your wildest dreams, or it could be super, super hard, and then you don't understand why, and then you find the reason why, and then, you know, you make it into something beautiful, which is what you are literally watching me do in these daily vlogs. And I never thought that this would happen to me. I never thought I would be a widow at 34. I never thought I'd be the mother of a son with special needs. I never thought I would be on the radio. Never, ever, ever was it ever in my wheelhouse to own a business, to do keynote speeches, like none of this. But here we are, and I'm so happy, and I'm passionate about it, and I feel like so much gratitude to be in this position, and like, you know, almost want to fast forward the world because I want to see like what incredible opportunities are going to come my way. So I really just wanted to hop on here and say, if you have no idea what you want to do with your life, that's okay. That's okay. Like, let's all just take a deep breath together. That's okay. Opportunities are gonna come your way, or you're gonna change, or your priorities are gonna change, or what you, like your expectations are gonna change. You're gonna meet people, and life's gonna take you in this way and that way, and that's okay. I think it's Jen Sincero talks about how, you know, you don't need to know the how, but you just need to know the what and the why. So for me, this is something that has really helped me when I'm feeling disillusioned or exhausted or lost. If you could always come back to your why of why you're doing something or what you want, the how will show itself. So for me, you know, the what is a better life for me and Thomas, and the what is taking everything that I've been through, all the stuff that has, you know, come into my life and the position that I find myself in, and learning from it, feeling it, going through it, and then being able to figure out a way to help other people. With this channel, with the keynotes, there's definitely the opportunity and the chance that I'm gonna write a book about this one day. You know, I wanna start a podcast, and I talk about it on the radio. Not quite as much, because it's a bit of a different audience and a bit of a different vibe, but that to me is like the what, is the up level of the life, the better life for me and Thomas, and the helping of other people and taking what I've learned and being able to help other people. And so if you're feeling like you want X, Y, or Z and you don't know how you're gonna get it, as long as you keep that as like being your goal, you kind of figure out a way to get to it if you're focused and you're serious about it. And you know, this is definitely taking me a lot longer than I want it to. It's definitely so much harder than I want it to be, but I just hold this belief in my life that, you know, we will have a better life, and it's already happening. We're already experiencing like incredible opportunities and love and joy and calm and fun, and that's what propels me. So I just think it's so interesting that I never thought I'd be on the radio. I never thought I would own a business. I never thought I'd be doing keynotes. Like all of these things that I do now and I love, I never thought I'd be doing it. I just always knew from a very young age that I wanted more, that I wanted something like pretty spectacular and something different. Like when we would do career classes or quizzes, or, you know, try to figure out like what box to put you in high school, I just didn't really care. None of it was interesting to me. Like I didn't want to, I didn't know what, but I knew something different. And I guess I've just like subconsciously always held on to that. So I just want you watching this, if you're feeling like you're in a career that you don't want to be, that's okay. Don't do it anymore. Figure out, like, don't stop right now watching this video. Don't quit your job. But like, think to yourself, what is it that I do want? Okay. And then work backwards. Like, how am I gonna get there? What does that look like to me? And it doesn't have to be anything that makes sense to anybody else. Guarantee virtually no one understands what I want in my life. I barely understand it myself. Also, I just wanted to say, I am not someone who's like, I know where I want to be in 5 years, I know where I want to be in 10 years, or like when I retire. If you do, and that's really important to you, cool. Like that is awesome. Like you do you. That's why we have it on the shirts. That's why we have it on the journals. That's why it's a mantra of this channel and my life. But if you don't, me neither. And I don't think that's a bad thing. Like, you know, it's good to have your finances in order. You know, I have a financial future planned out, and I have, you know, savings, and I have investments, and I have like that kind of stuff. I'm not talking about being reckless. I'm just wanting you to sort of take a lot of the stress and the pressure off yourself of like, I have to be here in 5 years, I have to be there in 10 years. Like, if you had to ask me when I was 20 or 25, if this is where I would be when I was 35, this would never have ever... No. I don't know where I thought I would have been at 20 or 25 or 30, like, and then when I'm 40, I don't know. And that's okay. That's the point of this. That's okay. As long as you're reaching for something, or you are, you know, working towards whatever it is for you, I don't think you need to have a specific time frame, because I've never had that. Like, I have to be pregnant when I'm this age. I had to be married when I was that age. Like, that was never a thing for me. But I think if you do what I have recognized in other people who sort of set those timelines, is that you end up feeling like a failure or defeated, or you settle, or you make decisions that maybe you wouldn't if you had this like arbitrary timeline in your head. Some of the happiest people I know didn't get married until they were, you know, in their late 30s or 40s, and didn't have kids till then either, or never had kids. Like, or they got married when they were 20 and they're still blissfully in love in their 70s. Like, I never expected my life to be this way, and that's okay. You don't have to know where you're going. You don't have to know how you're gonna get there. But if you can start to really think about your why or your what, I think that's when the magic happens. And when you start finding yourself making decisions that will lead you down that path. So, you know, if you're like, I know I talk about this a lot, but you know, my word for this year was health, and it was like social health. So I find myself gravitating towards people who uplift me or challenge me or are up-leveling or have the same values or want to do the same things as me, and, you know, taking professional opportunities that are good for my health. I've turned down a lot of opportunities, especially in the last just like 2 months, because I know they wouldn't be good for me. They would have been good for my bank account, but like I can't even imagine how stressed out or anxious I would feel all the time about it. Yeah, so this was obviously unscripted. None of my videos are scripted, but I hope that this makes sense, and I hope this is some good takeaway for you. If nothing else, I hope it just lets you feel like, oh, I'm not the only one who doesn't have it figured out, because I never want you to watch these videos and think like, oh, she has it together. I mean, you wouldn't, because you watch these videos, but yeah. That is the weed whacker, so that is my cue to stop filming, because soon it's gonna get too loud. But thanks for watching, and I hope that you have some takeaway. If you do, please leave a comment below. And if you do have your life mapped out and you're like, I want it this by this age and this by that, and that's working for you, again, you do you. But I just want us to all take a little bit of the pressure off of ourselves, because I think when you are so focused on that, you know, I need to get pregnant by this age, or I need to get married by this age, or I like thought I'd own a house by this age, or like you're just disappointed all the time, and then you're missing the incredible things that are happening right in front of you, or the opportunities that you're passing up right in front of you, or like the fun night out that you're not enjoying because you're thinking about like, oh, I should be X, Y, and Z. And I get that, because I'm not saying I'm perfect. Like, I definitely have those moments, but I wanted to come on here to just say it's okay. I never thought this would be my life, and my life's pretty great, and I'm pretty happy about it. And the fact that I can say that as like a widow and a single mom, what I've been through in the last few years, I hope that's a good takeaway for you. So thanks for watching. Please lace up and become a marathoner. Subscribe to my channel. Life's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And in this marathon, we're all in it together. Join the Mareathon Facebook group. It's a really positive space for discussions like this. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.